It's Wednesday. You know what that means, right? It's Whitney Escapes Wednesday with your host, Whitney, and your girl, T Glass. Oh, okay, I'm done.
I can't with you, yeah, with that. Yeah.
I know. After I learned it, like I just can't stop. So I'll stop. Hey, girl.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good.
Everybody's stuff today.
I just got back, as you can see. I just literally got back from Mohegan Sun.
Ooh. You know,
Yeah.
the gambling or something for the ones who don't know, that is the casino.
No, I was not gambling. I was actually at a live event, a training
Uh-huh.
for people who do events. And
I should have been there.
yeah, you should have. But I was there today and yesterday. It was very informative because you guys know how I do my women's escapes, my women's retreat, which is coming up in 2 weeks,
Hey, three.
3 weeks, 3 weeks. So I was scoping out the place so I can do my retreat next year for 2021. And I think it would be a great opportunity, a great experience for everybody. So I'm like, let's get it popping. You know what I'm saying? Let
Yes.
me branch out, make this a bigger thing, because when these businesses that we're in, we always need to think about how can we, brand ourselves, increase sales, increase revenue, um,
Absolutely.
market yourself differently. So I'm all about that. And I had an opportunity to do that today. And I just was like, let me go. Let me see what I can learn. And I learned a lot. And it was just a really, really good time. If you guys are following me on IG, I hope you are at Whitney. I did put some footage up there, show some of the rooms. I showed some of the procedures. I would be adding more things because I did take more pictures and videos while I was there. But it was a really, really great experience. One thing I can tell you guys is that Mohegan Sun was spotless. And I was shocked.
Why
I
are
was
you shocked?
Because it's a casino, people could smoke, gambling, people drink. Even though it's COVID, people are people. But they're
Well, Mohegan, in all due respect, has always been a little cleaner, especially in the air versus Foxwoods, which are the two casinos in Connecticut. That's the one thing I did like about it because they had more non-smoking areas than
yeah,
Foxwoods. So for
yeah.
sure.
But I was like, I didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time me going to the casino this whole year. I didn't know what to expect, but walking around since I did a whole tour of the full property, mind you, I had to get like 1,000 steps in, times another 1,000, times another 1,000. I was
Did you like record these steps or?
I hope because I have my phone. My phone usually records your steps, so I have my health thing going. I still check, but I was tired. I was starting to sweat. I had a mask on. I said, "This is not the life," but it was very informative. And one thing I noticed looking at the different rooms, going all over the property, I'm like, this place is really clean. Their maintenance people was on it, sanitizing constantly, wiping stuff constantly. They were really on their COVID-19 prevention and cleanliness is next to godliness today and yesterday. It was very, very well put together. And when I got in there yesterday, people didn't know I was there for my event and stuff. So I was walking around the property before I checked in, and I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This show for people who, bring you business. This is to be for everybody. And they really did do that. So I was very happy about that. That was my first time staying at the property. I know you stayed there a couple of times and told me about it.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, I know you stood there a couple of times and you told me about it. And you were right. It was a very, 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 very beautiful property. And I was like, why haven't I stayed here before?
I mean, you got to realize too, it's all about your life and your dynamic. With me, I always wanted to go to the casino and I always want to explore different things. So I've been there a few times, stayed the night. Of course, I love to play bingo. I love my slots. So I have reasons why I go. And plus, I've been up there. You've been up there for concerts, but you never actually be in the casino area or the hotel areas like that. But you know me, I've done concerts, comedy shows, like all types of things up there. And like I said, with Foxwoods and Mohegan being the two casinos in Connecticut, it's when it comes to especially the air you breathe, is definitely a better dynamic. But the sick part about it, based off what you just said, is it's so sad that it took COVID for people to do their job properly.
Mm-hmm.
To
Well, I'm
clean
not
thoroughly.
saying they didn't do it before.
No, but I'm just saying like
I just want to clarify that I just realized, hey, that it was that's something that I noticed. I think because I'm on that alert, like I'm around people, I haven't been around this many
yeah.
people. So I'm very like looking around at everything, have my mask on constantly. And one thing I did notice was how clean the property was.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere I went was very clean. And I don't know, I can't say if it was like that before. It probably was. But when you're on like you know what I'm saying? You're nervous about going somewhere different and checking out new things. You always want to make sure that, everything is up to par. And being at the casino the last 2 days, it was very clean. Um, they had great stuff going on. It was just a really good time.
Well, let's bring it back to the beginning. So you're here at the casino. Were there people actually gambling and stuff?
Yes, people were gambling.
Beautiful,
They had
beautiful.
some tables had like the plexiglass between them. Some
Mm.
was doing more like self like gambling tables. Some
Mm.
social distancing. So you had different setups depending on.
Yeah, I noticed that too because last week when I went away and we went to like the casino and everything, everything was looks semi normal, but you can tell it was a little different. Certain things, even when it came to not trying to say I'm a gambler, but when it came to like the mid and the max bets on the slot machines were so low when they're
Mhm.
usually in the thousands, but those numbers go higher based off activity on the machine. So if people are not really playing, those numbers are going to be so low. But
Exactly.
forget about all of that. We need to talk about this hotel room because that room looked lit. Yes, I watched your IG story and I saw you filming it, and I needed to be there for sure.
Yes, their rooms are really, really great. So, ladies, when we do this retreat for 2021, you will have great rooms, great accommodations. So you do not have to worry about it. Mohegan Sun 2021 for the women's retreat. They have all types of like they have suites that come with butlers, and they have double beds, queen beds. So we will figure it out however you want to be. That's how it will be. But it was a great, great time. And I love my room. I love that the bathroom the toilet was separate. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a roommate and they need to do something, you could close the door. The whole room won't be smelling. So we need to keep that clear. But the beds were comfortable. Everything was really, really, really pleasant and really, really nice. I really appreciated it. And I liked it. I really liked the rooms. It was up to
I'm just trying to figure out why Mohegan Sun, no disrespect, but why they have a butler at the casino?
because some people don't want to do nothing, so they want to pay for the services. They'll offer the services. They had a bar and everything in the room. Also, one thing about what Mohegan Sun had also is that it's very secure for security. So the only way you can access or get to the elevators to the rooms, you have to have a room. You
Oh
have to
yeah,
have
I definitely remember that for sure, which is
yeah,
very smart.
very smart for safety purposes. If you want to access the pools or the fitness rooms 24 hours a day, but you have to be staying at the property. It was a great, great experience, and I really enjoyed my stay there. I had a good night's sleep, which is important. And what else I was gonna say?
I don't know what you were gonna say, but I know for a fact that when I was stalking you when you was going live,
Mm-hmm.
like even the tablecloths and everything was lit. It was all like glitter.
Yes, I
It
was
was,
like,
I
is
think
this
it was like a
wedding?
wedding or something.
Oh, what I said, the food and stuff, guys, was delicious. It was like, okay. I was like, thank you. They really did a really great job because they wanted to show us what we can do when we have an event. So it gave me great ideas for my women's retreat next year, guys. It was just really phenomenal. I actually have some pictures I'm going to show you guys on my phone. I'm going to exit this. I'm going to see if I can see some pictures of the food that I took. I don't know if you guys.
Or not you make, but what'd you get? Because you simple, but you bougie at the same time.
Can you see that? This was my table. Can you see it?
Oh, that's a pretty table.
Exactly. It was all glittery. Even the plate has little rhinestones around it.
I need stuff like that for my events.
You see this right here, guys? Let me go like this. That green thing was actually avocado and lobster soup.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really good. And then they have this onion bread. I actually really like onion bread. And then the other jar next to the green soup is actually your salad. So if you notice, everything is in individual containers. And they all had lids. And the bread, if you see the bread and the butter, it is actually has saran wrap on it. So no one is touching your stuff. It's very so I zoomed this so you guys can see it really good. You see how I zoomed in on this for you guys? The salad was really good. It was a green salad with beets and walnuts and some type of cheese. That mess was good, and I didn't think I was gonna like it, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm gonna like this.
I think there's a name for that type of salad.
Yeah, that's stuff you like. Well, let me go this way, I think.
What, bougie stuff?
And this was the dessert display. You see that, guys?
What is that?
That was the dessert display, and it was like 7 or 8 different desserts.
Yeah, I like the way to display, but my thing is like, what is it?
They had I love the strawberry shortcake. Like that was my favorite.
Of course.
Strawberry shortcake. They had like, oh, here's the other dessert display. See this? So these are all no stalking allowed. So let me look at the menu. I took a picture of the menu just in case someone asked me. So the soup was a chilled lobster and avocado soup. The salad was mixed green beets, goat cheese, and walnut with a sweet herb vinaigrette. That was so freaking good. And I didn't think I was gonna like it. I was like, this is good.
I don't like walnuts, but
it was really good. I didn't think I was gonna like it. And then my entree was a paneer near braised short rib of beef with crusted. Someone keeps on calling me. Scallops with blood orange fuso sauce. What happened? Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
I can't see you.
What you mean you can't see me? I'm right here.
This freaking somebody called my phone, and I'm on my Mac, and my phone popped up, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm live right now. Don't be doing this to me while I'm live. So, wait, hold on. I'm going to show you guys. That distracted me. My apologies, people. See what happens when your phone starts ringing and it's connected? Well, I love products. I know Plus doesn't. But sometimes it does get a matter of like, because it's connected and now I'm on live and it was like messing me all up. But I wanted to really show you guys all these different cool foods because it was really, really interesting. Like I took a look at this, guys. I'm going to show you this. Oh, here's the plate so you can see how it's beaded. You see the beaded plate?
Beautiful.
That was on the side. I was like, oh, that's really cool. But this is how the lid for the lobster. Can you see? It looks like a soda cup. You had to like lift it. I thought that was really freaking cool. And then your food came. See how your food came? See how it came like that? Are you looking? There's a little video I took.
That's the bisque. No, you had rib tips.
What is that? Short ribs.
Okay.
And then let me show you guys the dessert. The very short ribs was delicious. Let me show you that again. It was like so good. I was like, yes. With the scallops. Oh, here's a picture of me and Miss America 2020. She was there.
How we have a Miss America 2020? America wasn't even America for 2020.
Well, she won it in 2019. You won it right before the following year. This was one of the desserts. It was like double chocolate something. It was very chocolate. This was my favorite, guys. And you see how it's in like a little egg container? Delicious. Oh, people calling me all freaking time.
Yo, like this is ridiculous. Like I'm over it. Over you.
Be over me. What's my next thing? Let me show you. This was the egg thing. You see, guys? It was actually in a real eggshell, and it's like had like a custard, and that's like a little chocolate thing on the outside with whipped cream. So everything they did, this was a banana foster. But the reason I took pictures of them is because they put them in all these unique individual containers. It wasn't just like mason jars and stuff. They were all in individual, unique containers, and you
Mhm.
could take them, and they were all covered. So no one, people talking, you can't, and they were all behind a plexiglass, and the worker had a mask on and gloves, and then you show them what you wanted, and then they brought it over to you. So
Yeah, we're turning into Wally. All the remember the movie Wally? All the Americans, they just sitting around, floating around, just eating. We're not even gonna serve each other. We're just gonna be fat. Like everybody just give everything to.
oh my God, you're a hot mess. But you have to think about that, because if you're dealing, like today, there were 75 people there, not including the staff. So you have 75 people, not including your staff, who's in attending. So you want to make sure when people are eating and when we're interacting that no one is spreading any germs. So that's very important. I know I'm making myself hungry because I did all that, did the tour, and then I just came home and got straight on here. So I haven't even had dinner. But it was a great experience, and I wanted to show you guys that because it shows that they're taking the extra steps to make sure you're safe. They have, even in their kitchen, they're 6 feet apart. Only certain people they're at minimum staff. And they was telling me, and they said telling other people, if you're doing events and you have to think about this when you're doing events and food is involved. A lot of these places go extra miles, so some of the food costs are going to be more than what they usually are, because now they have to think of things that are disposable, that are usually just like glass and stuff like that. They're trying to think of things that you can just throw away, and of course, as you being the consumer, you're gonna have to pay, some of the difference. So that's something to keep in mind. But I tell people all the time, my health is worth $1. You know what I'm saying? If it's $1 more,
it's worth $1.
No, if it's like, you know what I'm saying, Quest. If it's something that I only have to pay $1 more or something, I'm going to pay the $1. I'm not going to be like, oh, why do I have to pay that? We have to, value ourselves and our health and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So that was really good. They kept everybody apart. We had to keep our masks on the whole time. Every time that they fed us, they were behind, like I said, the plexiglass. I did take a picture of it so you guys can see. I want you guys to see as much visual as possible because it's very it's different. This is our new norm, and to try to get familiarized with everything is very hard. And it was like I was, skeptical when I first went there. I'm like, how's it going to be? How am I going to be around all these people? I wasn't really sure, but it came out to be really good. And I'm going to show you a picture of how it was. So here's another. This was the event last night, and can you see this? So if you can see, like right here, right there, there's a plexiglass and there's a server behind her. You see how from the bottom, how you can see where the glass is? So everything was behind people, and they had this was like a salmon dish. This I told you, Quest, like you were like, but it was behind a plexiglass. So nobody can, be all talking over your food or touching your food. Everything was behind a glass. So even for the breakfast, everything is behind plexiglass, and they had somebody behind it. So you can say they have the menu. You say, "Oh, can I have the bacon?" They'll give you the bacon, so nobody's talking and stuff. That's important because right now we're in a pandemic, but we need to come back to some type of norm. And I appreciate that they took all the extra steps. They had plenty of Perel stations there. They have plenty of cleaning. Even I took a video of a guy who's standing. Every time somebody spoke, he went up after them and did spray sanitizer on the area where they are before the next speaker came in. So everybody, even my table, you saw the video, was by myself. I had a 6-foot table with a notepad and my little waters and my cup, and they had everybody keep their they put a name tag. So it says Whitney Station. So only Whitney should be here. If your name's not Whitney, you should not be sitting at this area, so that I can get up and go, but nobody else should be at my spot, so that we're not, cross-contaminated or anything. So it makes you feel comfortable. All your stuff is there. And then that's for the whole event. Wherever your place is where you stayed the whole time. So people respected that. And the whole time we were there, we did have our mask on. It was a really cool. It was a cool experience because it lets me know that eventually we'll get back to some type of normal. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be in a house forever, but it's baby steps, and they're taking the proper precautions so that when we do go out and when Whitney Escapes have their next event there, we will feel comfortable interacting with one another. They had these really cool devices that we had to give back. It was wristbands, and hey, but when you went by, somebody was in 6 feet of you, it will like vibrate, so you know that somebody is less than 6 feet away from you.
What?
So yeah, there's a wristband.
That's dope.
You know who the people wasn't in there, so they that.
My bubble. You're my bubble. Back it up.
Exactly.
Back it up.
They had so many different things you can choose from. Quest. They had like different setups, so they showed us. We went in different rooms and we did it in small groups of 3. And they showed us different setups they can do for events and meetings, you know. And because Mohegan Sun is so huge, they have the capacity and the space for you to have your events there. So it was very eye opening, but very comforting. Like I didn't feel like I was gonna be jeopardized, or you know what I'm saying. And it made me feel comfortable because, you know, I still had to come home back to my family, and I don't want to come home with anything and get my family sick. So I really felt secure. I didn't hang out in a casino like that because I don't gamble anyways. But I don't hang out at a casino anyway, so because I don't gamble. But you know, I went, you know, ate dinner and stuff like that. They did have dinner, but then I ate something else because there's certain restaurants I haven't been to in a while, and I just wanted to go eat again because y'all know I'm a foodie. And then I went back to my room and enjoyed my room. Did some work, but it was a really good experience. I'm excited about, you know, hosting Whitney's Escapes Women's Retreat 2021 at Mohegan Sun. So ladies, get ready. It's gonna be a great time. Miss T Quest is going to host it. But just let y'all know, we still got 3 weeks for this one. So make sure you guys register. We need registration and everything by November 1st, lady. November 1st is going to be the cutoff because we want to make sure we have a head count. You know, we have giveaways, you know, attendees. We just want to make sure it runs as smooth and professional as possible. And for that to happen, we need to have our head count.
So absolutely. And to cut you off, but yes, we need the head count for the women. For registrations, only $25. For men too, of course, you guys can't attend the virtual retreat, but you can always sponsor a woman too, because even in this pandemic, a lot of people are turning to entrepreneurs or really trying to get their lives together, and some of them are still having financial troubles. So if you want to be like, hey, I want to donate $25 to sponsor a woman who wants to be a part of it, here you go. That definitely is accepted. We're accepting sponsors. Like I said, we wanted to give a lot of raffles and giveaways. So if you do have any product for male and female that you want to give away, definitely contact us, you know, and we can handle that as well.
Yes. Contact us for any questions or concerns, anything you want to do. We are open. It's all about helping each other. It's all about growing. It's all about education. And I'm excited about the Women's Retreat this year. I'm very excited about coming together with other women, meeting new people, learning together, growing together, because knowledge is power. And every day nobody knows anything. We know some stuff, but we're not God or Jesus, you know. We need to help each other out. You know, I have my own business. I have some tools and knowledge for some people, but I know T Quest has her own business and tools and knowledge that she can help me out. I can help her out. And then with other women, we could bounce some things off each other. This is the opportunity for us to come together and, thank you. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Davey. Special shout out to you.
Yeah, definitely a special shout out to David G. Wolf Sr. Appreciate all the love and support.
Yes. And one thing about David, I have to give him a special shout out, is that he always supports. He always shares posts. He always said, you know, Black women rock, and I'm a Black woman, so I really appreciate that. I really appreciate him always sharing my posts and spreading the love. That's something, you know, that takes time out his day to do, and I appreciate that. Simple gestures that, you know, not always financial gain, but it's just beautiful to know that even though he's not a female, he's a guy, and he's a Black man who supports Black women. So we want to give a special shout out to Davey. We appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. And if we can support you any type of way, please let us know, because, you know, one hand scratch the other back and vice versa. But ladies, we got to get excited about this. It's in 3 weeks. I'm excited. Me and Quest been planning. We're going to have the DJ. We're still going to have raffles. We're going to have panel. We're still going to have vendors. So you have opportunities to win some great things. There's a major prize at the end I think you guys will want to be there for. So make sure you tune in. It's only $25, ladies. $25. Why do we need that? Because we still have to pay for things, and it's still a business at the end of the day. But we're
Absolutely.
excited, and then you'll get all the details about the 2021. Thank you again, 2021 Women Retreat, and other things that each woman has going on. And if you have something that you have going on, and you want us to, sponsor or give you a shout out, please let us know. That's why we need everyone to register by November 1st, so that we can have everything in order. Because that's how we like to do things. We don't want to be hot mess. We don't know what. No, we're professionals over here.
Even if you know a phenomenal woman that can really gain from, well, any woman can really gain from this experience, definitely let them know about it. If you need information to send to them, let us know. If you go on our pages, we do have it posted. You can tag them in it. We just want to have a really great experience and, be empowered.
Uplift ourselves, uplift the community. And then we're definitely going to reach out to some men thing. I had somebody say, why don't you do men retreats? I'm like, because I'm a woman. But if the guy wants to do one, I can help him plan. Like Whitney States presents with David, men's retreat. Like I can do all the backhand stuff, but I can speak on, I guess, a woman's perspective. But it's easier for a guy to do it because I'm not a guy, but I can do it possible.
Funny about that.
What?
I've been hit up recently too about how come I don't do men panels for my show because we want to hear from guys' perspective and blah blah blah. I'm like, you know what? I am gonna do a man's panel. Probably on Man Crush Monday. And I think that'd be great and phenomenal. But for the ones who are tuning in a little late, shame on you. The retreat is November 7th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern via Zoom. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And also, while we're talking about that, I'm going to give a quick shout out that next week we're having a guest next week. So you should guys start seeing guests. We're going to have them up on here, giving them a spotlight, let them talk about their platforms and some stuff we'll be talking about, like relationships, and we'll be talking about vacations, and we'll talk about just life, how we empower each other, how we do different things. But this week we're gonna keep it short and sweet because, as you guys know, that I just got back from a long travel. It was very fun. It was very educational. Please check out my IG. I do have some videos up there. I will be posting some more videos, some more pictures of what happened over the weekend. And we'll be talking more, but just know, guys, we appreciate everything you do. We appreciate you following us. Please continue to show the love and support just by spreading the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Please follow us. If you're not already following us, please follow us at Whitney's Escapes on Facebook and IG. Also, yes, Sequest's birthday is next week on Tuesday. So get ready for that. My YouTube, Whitney Escapes LLC, is on YouTube, and my website, www.whitneysescapes.com, and travel at whitneysescapes.com. So Whitney's Escapes, Whitney's Escapes, Whitney's Escapes. You can find me if you put Whitney's Escapes in your Google search engine. And let's go back to the birthday girl because her birthday next week, so she's been celebrating all month long. Cash App, $, right at the @TQuestGLM. Send her some birthday love and let them know where they can follow you at Miss TQuest.
Well, you can follow me at TQuestGLM on all social networks. I guess my birthday is next Tuesday, October 20th. Big shout out to the Libras. Having a lot of great things happening and just want to feel the love and just feel the happiness. And like you said, if you want to bless me, $TQuestGLM. Or Cash App. I do have a website, godlovemeworld.com. You can just donate that way. They take a percentage, but hey, a blessing is a blessing. But right now, it's really not about me, even though I'm super excited about my birthday. It's about Whitney's Escape. The retreat is in a couple of weeks. And I know we keep talking about it, but at the end of the day, if we're going to be on social media, we're supposed to be social networking on the network. So we can't forget about the networking part of social networking. Okay, we're doing these things because not just because it's a business, but we as humans and in society, we're supposed to be here to be our brother's keeper, to be our sister's keeper, to be each other's village, to be each other's backbone, to be each other's support system. So we have to be here for one another, and that's one of the reasons why we're doing this retreat, so you can escape a little bit, and make new friends, make some new business friends. It could be some great opportunities. You never know who you're going to connect with, who you're going to vibe with, that actually help you grow in your business, but most importantly, going to help you grow within. So it's a great, phenomenal event that you truly don't want to miss. And I just wanted to reiterate that really quickly.
Yes, thank you, T Quest. And to piggyback what you said that so lovely. Thank you. And also, ladies, this is something that you guys have requested from us. That hey, you always do things internationally, bring it domestic. Bringing it domestic, don't let me down, because we don't want to put things out there and ask people to do things, and then when they do it for you, you don't show up or
That's
support.
a whole other show, girl. That's a whole other show.
We're going to talk about that, but I'm making that very clear. Several people just go through the feeds. Hey, when are you going to do? When are you going to do this? We're doing this. Yes, it's virtually, but we're going to have a great time, because anybody who knows me, anybody who knows T-Quest, we like to have fun. It's going to be a great time. We're going to be educated. We're going to give out prizes, and we're going to build and bond. So, ladies, and gentlemen, who wants to support a lady? So, Whitney's Success Retreat is in 3 weeks. We're doing a countdown. But remember, by November 1st, ladies, I need you to have finalized your payment, which is only $25. If you're getting somebody sponsor, let the sponsor let me know who you are. Mark you down with your information, and we're going to have a great time. And thank you so much for joining me this week on Wednesdays Escapes Wednesdays. And please follow us on all your social media platforms. Until next time, bye.